Hi, this is Jamico Bob here, Bob Van K. Okay, the Samadre welder and plasma cutter that I ordered from eBay. I'm very pleased with the unit when it came. I was a little disappointed with the instructions though, but I finally, through some emails, we figured all that out. Okay, today is my first test on this unit. The back of the unit took a little time to figure out with the instructions, and I had to go back and forth with emails. But here's your intake for your ear. I put a quick release coupling on because that's how I like to operate. Okay, when you get the item, you have to take your ear filter and install it right here with these two supplied washers and nuts. And you put on this little gadget. I call it a gizmo. It's an L-shaped valve, and what you do is this orange tube comes with the unit. So after discussion with the owner, she said just put it in here. You press this little blue item, shove your hose in there and release it. It self-clamps. Here at the bottom, when water builds up in your air filter, you just take and drain it with this item here, this little button. And here's a regular coupling that you put in. Screw that in, and this hose, a bunch of this hose comes with the unit. So you run it in here to the air and gas. Here, of course, we're just using air because I have it set up for plasma cutter. And so that's basically how the back of your unit should look. Just like that. And that's the blue item. This little elbow here with the little blue tip. I couldn't really figure out where that went, but other than that, you have a fan, built-in fan. It's a very nice unit for the money. You can't beat it. If you want this type of unit, you know, go on to eBay and go ahead and look into the, buying a plasma. This is a 3-in-1 plasma, arc, and also TIG welding. I will learn how to TIG weld. I never did that, but there are videos available on YouTube to help you out as it did myself. What I'll be testing is a straight cut. You can see I have it clamped down on the left. And I'm going to try a circular pattern, seeing that I do a lot of metal sculpturing. So I'm going to try that. Then I'll try some free flow notches and things like that. Like I say, this is the first time I'm ever using this type of unit. I used a plasma cutter about 15 years ago. So I might be a little rusty, just bear with me. And let's give her a test. I wanted to tell you what I'll be doing before I turn everything on because it gets quite loud. Alright, let's go ahead and do that straight cut first, I think. Alright, looks like I have to turn up my pressure a little bit here, the current. I like to start low and work a little quicker. Let's try that again. Like I say, it's been 15 years. Turn it up a little bit. That's the final cuts I made. The straight on the left, the curve on the right, and down there on the bottom it looks like a mountain, a tree, and a sun rising. Well, I'm an artist, so that's how I depict that. But other than that, it cuts pretty easy. Very nice unit. Okay, the reason my operation shut off when I was welding is because I made a big mistake here. You should never, I was overloading the circuit. Here's my extension cord for my plasma cutter, and this is the plug for the compressor. I have them both on one circuit. That's a no-no, just so you know. So what I'm going to do is take this guy off, and I'll put it on the plug, a dedicated plug in my garage, so I won't overload the circuit, and bada bing bada bang, that took care of the problem. Everything here is cut by hand. Those are the days of the past. With my new plasma cutter, it will make my life much easier, especially with multi-orders of the same object. I am the only illustrative welder in my entire area. Venice, Florida. That python, Burmese python, is 13 foot long. All my items are for sale, and I do custom work. You can see the rest of my items that I do. Go on to my online store, www.beyondsauces.com. BEYONDSAUCES. This flounder looks so good, so realistic. I think I'm going to hang up here and throw him in the oven.